So I'm at the studio, just sitting back here, and I've got my my desktop open. And I've been reading a story that's been on several websites or several outlets, if you will, these past days, regarding conjoined twins. Conjoined twins. Abby and Brittany Hensel. And of course, there's a picture of them with their husband, I suppose, what they believe to be their husband. Here, let me show you. Let me see if I can switch this around. See? Conjoined twins, right? A wedding with this man. Two different heads. Two different heads. One heart. I think. It is indeed not the common biological landscape that we are accustomed to believe palatable. And I don't mean in a unattractive way or anything that would be diminishing the quality of one as a human being. Not at all, but rather just the dysfunction of the biological sphere is all. The mind is intact, it is independently accountable, it can think. And it's interesting to me because I think I've been following them for a little while, and following's a heavy word. I wasn't following, but rather they show up on reality TV, right? You know, I think TLC and stuff like that. Throughout the years, I've seen some, and these here, Abby and Brittany Hensel, they seem and sound familiar to me. I've seen them periodically in the various canals of my thoughts on TV, you know, TLC and stuff like that. History Channel, maybe, I don't know. Discovery, I don't know. And so there's a part of me, of course, that would want them to be happy in marriage. It's not an easy life if you are found in that physical condition. It's not an easy life. From my perspective, of course, our perspective, naturally. And we would want them to be happy in being committed in a covenant with an individual who is going to care for them and love them till death do you part, right? Do we part. But if we take away the emotional investment or the emotional, we take away the feelings part of it, if you will, and we just go to its bare core logic or law, can conjoined twins marry a husband, like marry an individual? According to the law of our Lord and Master, or the, how should I say, according to the boundaries of marriage revealed in the scriptures, you could not practice a lawful wedding or lawful marriage with these here conjoined twins as one man. How so? Why? Why not? Well, because God does not authorize polygamous unions. Well, she's one body. Yeah, she is one body. But there are two souls in that body. As strange as that is to speak it, two souls are in that body. And the soul is not in the heart because they have been sharing the same heart. The soul is not in the heart, the soul is in the mind. And they have two minds. They're in two souls. Two souls mean two independent, accountable beings created in the image of God. Can conjoined twins have the blessing of God in marriage with one man? Our feelings, our emotions, our compassion or seeking to practice kindness, it seems our feelings would be satisfied and joyful if we were to say yes. Why? Because then they could find happiness with a man and have someone there that will care for them. And especially conjoined twins, it would be nice for them to have someone that's not looking at them like a monster, right? Like, I can marry this man. He doesn't look at us like we're monsters. He looks at us like he loves us, and so the feeling part of this whole deal is very attractive and very tempting, because we would want them to have a wonderful, loving husband. But in an honorable court of law, where feelings don't really get to give out consequences or jail sentences or, you get set free stuff, where only the law within the parameters of that law. Well, we're asking ourselves, according to the Christian law, according to Christianity, according to the scriptures, according to the authority of the great I Am, can conjoined twins marry one single man to be a husband? And again, the feelings part of it wants us to say yes, but the law, the strict law, like, there's no deviation from the strict, objective, absolute law. It's very sober-minded. It's very clear. It's very straightforward. God does not permit polygamous relationships. They are not authorized. Has man, spite the law, which brings consequence to a polygamous relationship, has man chosen to practice polygamous relationships throughout history, both inspired and secular? Yes. Yes. Yes, man has practiced and engaged himself in polygamous relationships. Was it ever authorized by God? No. Did God suffer long with man practicing polygamy? Yes. Was there an expiration date to that? Yes. And when, pray tell, would you speak it to have been recorded, witnessed? Well, the completion of the gospel set forth the law of Christ. And the law of Christ spoke quite plainly that in times past, in the ages and era and the dispensation of times that were in the past, God suffered long through that wickedness. But now, in the Christ, the age of the Messiah, all men are called into change. You cannot be permitted in fellowship with God in a polygamous relationship. So, with that understood, we can, with evidence, understand that this conjoined twin, Abby and Brittany, are two distinct, unique, independent, accountable souls. That's it. They are. They are independent of each other in mind and in the soul. They share the same vessel, the same biological container, the same engineered artery, the thumping heart, which is why the soul is not in the heart. The emotion is in the heart. We can have emotional investment. The emotion is in the heart. The scriptures would say, don't trust your heart. It'll misguide you. Well, the soul's in the mind, the thinking mind, and there are two minds sharing one vessel, one body. So out of, again, sheer logic, the conclusion in an honorable court of law, if justice is upheld with integrity, though again, bringing about emotional offense, the truth is the truth, unique. And two women, two independent souls, cannot marry one man. They enter into a polygamous relationship. And therein not authorized. And one need not go too far to recognize that there would be complications. And there will be complications, of course. If there is no sexual angle to it, one remains a friend. If they are seeking to find that pleasure, it is a matter of self-control. They've been made eunuchs, as Matthew chapter 19 would reveal. They've been made eunuchs by the condition in which they were born in. Well, that's not fair. Well, it is, and here's why. Because it's a fallen world. And we live in sin. And sin has consequence, which materializes itself in the physical realm. When the fall of man took place through the disobedience of Adam and Eve, it was a cataclysmic event, a total shockwave for all mankind, for all historical timelines, till the very end. And it was a devastating sorrow, but a just and necessary withdrawal. And that brought forth every single ailment we have on this earth. Natural disasters, evil and wickedness, evil men doing evil things to innocent men and innocent children. Free-willed decisions being done by wicked and evil individuals. Natural disasters, poison ivy, poison snakes and spiders. Everything bad, pretty much. Everything bad. So, because of that moment, the only cure, of course, recorded within the first messianic prophecy in Genesis 3:15, was set forth a remedy, a door that would enter us once again into fellowship with God, because we had been withdrawn from in that Garden of Eden when we disobeyed. And we've been walking the earth for thousands of years. And the great I am, the intelligent engineer and creator, the Ancient of Days, he has seen man from the beginning, and he has seen man till the end. He has always been, he is now, and will forevermore be. And his law is just. And we are to submit to his law. For his law is mercy and grace and forgiveness, hope and family and goals. Conjoined twins, Abby and Brittany. We want them to be happy. We want them to be joyful. We want them to have meaning in life and purpose. Sadly, it will not be the case in marriage to one man within a polygamous relationship. What they need is to read the account of the Christ and begin to know Jesus and change their mind and live a life according to the wonderful grace of God. And therein one can find great comfort and peace, even as conjoined twins, two minds, two independent souls sharing the same unique bodily vessel. Those are my thoughts. From the beginning, the law, God set forth male, female, one male, one female, coming together as one, husband and wife. That is the description of the inspired institution. All who seek qualification within the description and boundaries of this inspired institution must uphold the conditions of the law. If you seek to become a physician within a specific branch, then one must be educated within that field in order to have opportunity and qualify being a physician in a designated specialty. If we seek marriage, we must adhere to the function and condition of that institution. Now, in today's world, we've perverted that, and we've done so at a great drastic cost and consequence. But we have since, within the selfish ambition and fleshly desires of man, changed the description to marriage. But truly, the institution of marriage cannot be changed. It is an anchor and law forever available to mankind while mankind lives on this earth in these physical bodies. So man can say, you know what? A marriage can be one man married to, I don't know, a chair, a wooden object. Well, you can say so, and you can believe so, and you can go through the whole process and sign papers and have lawyers and be, quote unquote, legally married to a chair, a wooden object. But before God, the great I am, you are not married to a chair. And so even if you are emotionally invested and truly in love, you cannot be before God faithful in a polygamous relationship or in an adulterous relationship and union and marriage. It cannot be. Repentance, of course, is change. You separate yourself. You withdraw You withdraw yourself from the adulterous union and marriage. You withdraw yourself from the polygamous union, and you seek to have healing and repair in a mature and civil manner. God's grace and blessing will be with you. His faithful church will be there to minister to you, thoughtful, compassionate, understanding, charitable, hospitable. It's the sacrifice that is necessary. So I thought I'd share some of those thoughts since I've been seeing the story here on various, again, sites, Yahoo News, MSNBC, wherever, whatever. They've been promoting this Conjoined Twins story, so I wanted to share these thoughts with you. And I've not gone live on my YouTube channel via my mobile, so I wanted to test that out as well. So, if you find any worth in this information, please consider sharing it. Give us a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of good stuff. If you engage with this material, it allows it to move forward and find others out there. We kind of get to ride the algorithm wave, dude. That's what we're trying to do, man. And that's about it. All right. How do we end this thing? Now I got to start looking for the end the stream button. What about this X here? Is this X gonna do it? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yeah, I want to. Peace out, my friends.